but I'm afraid it's time we wrap this up.
If Westworld melted your circuits but left you wanting something even weirder, The Peripheral is your next stop. Chloe Grace Moretz stars as Flynn Fisher, a small-town gamer in 2032 who accidentally jacks into a headset that's not a game at all. It's a far-future London, 70 years ahead, with real stakes and some dangerously advanced tech.
It was like being there, in your body.
You're inside the peripheral. Piloting that body as if it were your own.
Holy shit.
From creators Jonathan Nolan and Lisa Joy, this show oozes polish, slick neon visuals, crisp choreography, and a mystery that deepens every episode. Now this show is pretty dense, like you might want a flowchart type of dense. The timelines twist, the jargon piles up, and sometimes the emotional beats get lost in the tech fog. But if you dig shows that make you lean forward and actually think, if you love the aesthetics of Black Mirror, mashed with the philosophical crunch of Inception, then The Peripheral punches way above its weight. For world-building junkies and Nolanverse addicts, this one's a must-queue. Alright, picture this. It's the 1960s, and the Axis powers actually won. America's carved up between Nazi Germany and Imperial Japan, and freedom's on life support. That's the chilling setup for The Man in the High Castle, one of Prime's earliest and darkest sci-fi winners. Alexa Davalos leads as Juliana Crane, who stumbles onto mysterious film reels showing an alternate world, one where the Allies did win. These relics spark rebellion, paranoia, and some wild metaphysical questions about reality itself.
One nation, under rule, divided, with liberty and justice for none.
This show is visually stunning. Meticulous production design, eerie propaganda aesthetics, and the kind of world building that somehow feels too possible. The pacing does drags at times, and some side plots wander into the weeds. But the ambition here is massive. If political dystopias and moral gray zones are your jam, The Man in the High Castle is essential viewing. If you like your sci-fi served a la carte, Philip K. Dick's Electric Dreams is basically a buffet of futuristic fever dreams. Each of the 10 standalone episodes adapts one of Dick's classic short stories. So, yeah, the same mind that birthed Blade Runner and Minority Report gets an anthology treatment here. Every episode drops you into a brand new world, some utopian, others horrific, all wrestling with human consciousness, identity, and control in a tech-drenched age. What's awesome is its variety. You might get Steve Buscemi in a retro dystopia one week, then Janelle Monáe playing an android with a soul the next. The visuals are gorgeous and the tone shifts keep it fresh. The only downside is some episodes miss the philosophical bullseye Dick is famous for, so expect unevenness. But as a bite-sized exploration of humanity's weirdest what-ifs, Electric Dreams absolutely slaps. Perfect if you want something you can binge or just dip into between heavier series. Before Westworld and devs made AI cool again, Person of Interest was quietly doing it better than almost anyone. Here's the setup. A billionaire genius, Harold Finch, builds an AI the machine that predicts crimes before they happen. The government ignores the small stuff, so Finch recruits a broken-down ex-CIA operative, John Reese, to save innocent people flagged by the machine's algorithm. At first, it's a case of the weak setup, but hang tight, because once this show hits its stride, it transforms into a sprawling techno-thriller about free will, surveillance, and digital morality.
This falls into the wrong hands, it could lead to the extinction of mankind. We're all gonna have a really bad day. Run for your life!
Fight's here and so am I.
How many guys they got?
More than we've got bullets.
As sci-fi goes, this show nails realism. You can feel the potential for this to happen tomorrow. Sure, early seasons play things a bit formulaic, but by season 3, it's firing on all cylinders, digging deep into ethical questions that still feel terrifyingly relevant. If you want a smart binge that evolves from procedural to philosophical powerhouse, Person of Interest is seriously undervalued. Time to step out of the vault, because Prime's Fallout is the freshest nuclear blast on the block. Based on Bethesda's legendary video games, this live-action series tosses you 200 years after World War III nuked the world into oblivion. Ella Purnell kills it as Lucy, a bright-eyed vault dweller who's forced topside into a radiated wasteland full of raiders, androids, and some truly unhinged survivors.
I know there's a war coming. The bombs will only be the beginning. My concern is that you would do just about anything to save your family. I think you are actually quite a violent man. You just don't want to kill me yet.
Visually, this thing is a love letter to fans. 1950s retro-futuristic charm smashed against gnarly Mad Max decay. Walton Goggins brings swagger and menace, and the world building is just chef's kiss. The tone is a tricky balance. Part dark comedy, part moral bleakness, and sometimes the satire leans a little heavy-handed, but man, it's entertaining. And if you like your sci-fi with explosions, existential dread, and a dash of dark humor, Fallout absolutely delivers. For gamers and newbies alike, this is Prime's next big universe, and with Season 2 set to drop later this year in December, now is the perfect time to check it out if you haven't. So there you have it, folks. If you discovered something new today, hit that like button, drop your favorite in the comments, and subscribe, because I've got more killer picks coming your way.